Welcome back to Whatever We Want, a podcast about celebrating storytelling. We talk movies, TV shows, video games, and beyond. This week, we are talking about the movies that turned 10 this year. How are you doing, Daniel?
Doing pretty good, dude. You just got back to California. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, but I'm back to being warm. Although it's a little chilly. Chillier than LA temperatures normally are.
Like I literally just had to shovel 2 days ago.
Sucks for you. I have to shovel this BS that you keep giving my way. I see Dane and I are both sporting hats. You're not wearing my Christmas present I got to you.
No, I was.
That kind of hurts.
To,
I see how it is.
Dane
also just woke up for those.
I did. Yeah, I'll put it up.
It was right behind you. What do you mean I was going to? You literally didn't even get it up out of your chair. You found it.
No. It was hiding between the things. That's why I didn't see it. Because I have all my hats usually just up over here.
So Daniel and I are both sporting.
Dude, I love this hat. It's so
the trucker hat Star Wars collection. Mine says Tatooine Tashi Station. Daniel says I got him the one that says Scarif Beach. Because I know you always wear your other one, so
yeah,
I figured it'd be cool.
The Mustafar one.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for putting that on, man. Now we can get into it. Now I can forget.
Okay, now I feel good.
Gotta take care of that business initially. You can't start off 2024 on the wrong foot. I know we had an episode in 2024 already, but this is our first episode we're recording in 2024. And we always we're starting to try a tradition of looking back at movies that turn 10 each year towards the beginning of the year. So we're looking at the movies of 2014 and you're going to discuss, do we even remember these? Were they good?
You said 2014 is 10 years ago, dude. That's freaking...
Yeah. We started high school in 20...
Oh, don't, dude, don't. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
We did.
I know. I was talking to my sister because she's having her 5-year reunion, and our class didn't do one, but our 10-year reunion's coming up in 3 years. That's crazy.
I'm not happy about that.
I'm not either. I'm not happy. Maybe we should do an episode of this maybe halfway through the year where we look at movies that are 20 years old or something like that. I don't know. We can go through the decades.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Let us know if you want that. But anyways, so last year and this year, kind of doing the same thing. I split it up into kind of segments a little bit, and they don't always fit perfectly into each category. But we're just gonna run through these categories and talk about our thoughts on these movies if they've held up, and then at the end, kind of determine what was the best movie of that year, I guess. And maybe in 10 years we'll be doing this again with 2024 movies. All right.
Remember 10 years ago, 2020? Dude, that's gonna be gross. It's gonna be so gross.
Yeah, we'll be 34 and 35.
No.
It's I'm not gonna let that happen. I'm not making it that far. I will not be 34.
I have a limit.
No.
Yeah.
All right. So starting off, we got our superhero movies. Do you remember what movies came out in 2014? There's some big ones. We don't have to quiz you. That's not the point of this one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, because with how much Marvel stuff there is, that'd be so tough to track.
I actually remember the Marvel one that came out this year because it's my favorite Marvel one. It's Captain America: The Winter Soldier. That came out this year or 10 years ago. That's a good one, dude. I think we should also say what's the best out of every category. That might be it for me. But also in this category, I have The Amazing Spider-Man 2, so Andrew Garfield's TASM 2. Which honestly is getting kind of a resurgence. I've seen people are kind of
it definitely
back
has
around
been
to it. I need to give it another shot because I don't think I've watched it since at least 2016, 2017 probably.
Yeah.
Whenever I still had cable, I think I watched it on TV when it just popped up, and it's been a while since I've had cable.
Yeah. I mean, Jake, you know me. I'm a Toby guy, but
yeah.
And the suit was good.
Oh, the suit is possibly the best bit, and the swinging.
Yeah.
I will give it
the swing
that.
was on
the swinging
on
was
part, yeah.
fantastic. That opening shot, I think it's in TASM 2 when he's like falling, and then just the ripple in his suit. Oh my gosh! And then it tracks him I was hoping Tom Holland's Spider-Man movies would improve on that because it was so good in Andrew Garfield's, but they just didn't. They didn't even come close.
Dude, that reminds me of a funny clip I saw on TikTok. There was somebody was wearing the Tom Holland skin in the game, and it's swinging, and it's just him web zipping and running and jumping. I only swung 5 times in 3 minutes. And I'm just damn, you kind of do be like that though in those movies.
We should do a Mad Libs where we take the 3 Spider-Man movies and pick elements from each one and like make like the ultimate Spider-Man movie. Like we could do like from Tom Holland's movies, we take like how it's a part of the bigger Marvel universe and like other characters could come in. From like Tobey's universe, we could take like his portrayal of like Peter Parker. From Garfield's universe, we take his portrayal of Spider-Man and his swinging and suit and stuff, and we just like pick the best elements from each one. Like Tobey, we take the villains from that one, and it's just like we make the ultimate Spider-Man movie.
Which one's the best Aunt May though? That's the question.
I don't know. I would need to look back at them. They were all decent, but they were all kind of very different in their portrayals.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to compare Marissa Tomei to, like, Tobey's Aunt May. Because, like, they're so age different.
It is weird to think about. Because
we're talking sex appeal, then Tobey's Aunt May for sure.
Oh, 100%. Oh, dude, Uncle Ben knew what he was getting, dude.
It was dog in him. The reason he was crying when he was dying, he was like, I can't leave that Aunt May behind. Oh, that's so bad.
Just that, not losing Peter, not like dying. Oh, Aunt May. Oh. Oh.
Yeah. But anyways, we kind of got off on a tangent. Also in the superhero genre, we've got X-Men Days of Future Past, came out in 2014. That's the one where they like go back in time.
Back in time?
Like they send
like
Wolverine
the
back
mind
through
thing?
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really like the concept, like the idea of how they send him back, but I do like him being back.
Yeah.
Like, and all of that stuff. I just don't like the initial like setup and like, oh, the Celestials are coming and they keep like jumping around. It's kind of cool on paper, but like I don't think it was executed too well. Like I really could care less about when they were in the future, because it was like whatever he's gonna do in the past just changes this. But I really liked like Wolverine around in like the 60s and 70s or whenever it was, just kind of like wreaking havoc. It was kind of fun.
Yeah, dude. It was really good. I agree. It's a good concept, but I don't know if it was executed the best way.
Yeah.
So yeah,
still a decent movie. Then we've got the TMNT movie, the live action Michael Bay one. The first one came out.
Oh Jesus!
I think this one should get some credit for trying something completely new with TMNT, like live action. That is an interesting concept. I don't know if it was, looking back, I have a lot more different interpretations or higher in my ranking of TMNT movies.
Yeah, and it's just like it's just cash grabby in my mind. Those Michael Bay ones always just felt like, oh yeah, let's do this. Literally, it was just for the toys,
explosions and true. He's just the toy guy. Maybe he's the toy taker or whatever. That Fiddler guy from the Rudolph sequel. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh
my god. But no, like even comparing it like that to like the latest like TMNT from Nick,
Seth Rogen.
Dude. Yeah. It's like that was
just
way
wildly
more
different interpretations.
Artisanal, yeah.
Yeah, the newest one with Seth Rogen did, it felt like it was trying to be more like the source material. And that's what I feel like with a lot of Michael Bay movies, is a lot about the explosions and action appeal, which does speak to a certain audience. And I honestly think this is also something to consider. Back in 2014, I was that audience. And I think back in 2014, I loved that TMNT movie. Like there were tons of explosions. I was a 14-year-old kid, 14 or 15. I was like, this is sick. And like they're like swinging around on their shells with tanks and stuff. I don't know if I was in the first one or the second one, but like now that I feel like my movie palette has matured a little bit, looking back, I'm like, that is just a lot of noise. Which again is fine. But, so I think it's good for its target audience, and I was that target audience back then. Yeah. So we can't crap on it too much.
You were the cash to be grabbed.
Yeah. My parents' cash was to be grabbed. And speaking of another cash grab with movies, I also threw in Transformers: Age of Extinction in this one. And although I said I was the target audience for TMNT, I think I was also the target audience for Transformers. But by the time this one came out, I was so like, there have been too many of these already. Like, I can't go to another one. And I don't remember what this one was about.
See, that's the thing. I hate when people say that about the Transformers movies, so I'm being honest. It's not that there's been too many, it's just that they're written badly. Because it's a cool concept. It could be a coolly expanded universe, like how it was with like the animations back, in our parents' times. But it was just, they didn't stack well with each other. They weren't leading to anything, which they should have been. And even now with the new reboots and all that, like the latest one, latest one was like fun, but like again now it's it's still not building the way it should be, you know?
Oh, Michael Bay directed Transformers: Age of Extinction. Who directed the first TMNT movie?
Was that not Michael Bay? No, he produced the first TMNT.
Oh, he just produced it. Oh, my bad. So it was
Yeah.
Jonathan Liebesman. Okay. Gotcha. Interesting. Man, Michael Bay. What a year. 2014, the year of Michael Bay, I guess. Okay. So, I mean, there are some other ones that we maybe could put into that superhero genre, but I've kind of have them in like a separate category. So, just out of those, Captain America: The Winter Soldier, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, X-Men: Days of Future Past, TMNT, and Transformers: Age of Extinction. What would you say is your favorite?
Cap. Definitely Cap.
Yeah.
It's just a
Oh,
different
wait.
breed, dude.
Wait a minute. Dark Horse. I forgot about another Marvel movie that came out in 2014. That I think is the only movie that has a chance of dethroning Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Guardians of the Galaxy 1 also came out that year. I forgot.
Oh, dang. I thought that was the next year. But I guess that makes sense. Because there's a big jump, right? Between when they came out.
Yeah.
So, ooh.
Whoa.
Ooh.
But also don't let this sway you just because it's like a new, like, aha, secret competitor, new challenger has approached. Like,
but no, because Guardians opened
switched
up so
up
much
everything,
for just
yeah.
Marvel. Yeah, it started to define space in such a fun and creative way, and it's like
I do think looking back, if I were to choose, like, given the option to watch either one of those right now, I feel like I would lean towards Guardians.
Yeah, no, agreed. But I will say this though, I wish we had more Marvel movies like Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Because we haven't really had that tone.
Have you been watching
while.
Echo?
Oh, that's out already?
Yeah, it dropped like last week, all the episodes.
Oh no, I haven't. Dude, I still wait for it to drop.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I don't know. I'm kind of Marvel fatigued. Like, I haven't watched What If. I haven't watched Echo. Like, I am falling off the train.
What If's good? I feel like it was rushed at the end.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
And I worked on Echo a little bit. Like, my person I share an office with, the other coordinator, she mainly did she was taking point on that project. So whenever she was out sick, I would just help out on that project. So I don't have a credit in that one. But like, yeah, just, I don't know. I don't know. All right. So you're saying Guardians or Captain America 2?
I'm saying Guardians.
Top superhero movie of 2014.
I was going to say something like, oh yeah, no, I was going to make this joke about the Michael Bay stuff. So if you told me that there is a movie about animal-like things with huge explosions that Michael Bay was a part of, you'd be talking about two different movies.
Yeah.
In 2014, that's weird.
True. All right. So next on this list, I've got what I'm considering like kind of classics, where like you think back on, and these movies you're like, yeah, those are like really good movies and kind of stand the test of time. Don't seem like they, honestly, if you told me they came out before 2014, I'd be like, yeah, like they've kind of had the legs to do that. First one I have on this list is Whiplash. Have you seen Whiplash?
I haven't. I've seen a lot of clips and stuff
Dude,
of it.
you got to see it.
Did it originally come from a short, actually, and then it was then made into a full film?
Yeah, we studied that in my film class. So the director, I don't think, had the funding to like get the full project made. So they did like a scene, like one scene where like J.K. Simmons is bringing, or like the band director is bringing like the new kid in, and then all of a sudden like J.K. Simmons, the band director, like snaps and like throws a chair at him and is like pissed at him for like being slightly off beat. And it's just like this super intense scene, and they just filmed that scene. And they filmed it with J.K. Simmons, who ended up being the final band director, and they actually filmed it with the guy in Scott Pilgrim, who's like, but he ended up not being the lead in the final movie. It ended up being Miles Teller. Young Neil or whatever his name was in Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really good movie, and like just very good filmmaking. It's about like it makes this band drummer sequence like just so intense. Like just this guy who wants to be in like this prestigious school band, which doesn't seem like it would be that dramatic, but like it's freaking intense.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to see it. All right, next. I haven't seen this one. I don't know if you have, but I know a lot of people talk about this, so I don't know. But Kingsman: The Secret Service, is that one of the good Kingsman movies? Is that one? That's good or not? I don't know if
which one is that? That's the question.
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. That's the first
That's the
one.
first one. Yeah, the first
So I'm
one's
assuming
great.
that's a good one.
Yeah, dude, it's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
I love seeing all, because here's the thing. People rotoscope the animation, animation from, like, scenes in that, dude, and it's hilarious.
Oh, really?
Because of all the action and stuff
Wait,
like
they
that.
rotoscope it to do what? What do you mean?
So it was like for example, there's that one, like, the one I'm thinking of most recently was, like, that Luigi and Mario go to, like, the Oscars or whatever. And then there's, like, that one scene where, like, they're gonna eat Mario and Luigi or something at the end. They're like, "Oh, we got 2 pigs on the menu." Huh?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's rigmarole.
Okay.
You've never seen the rigmarole animation?
No.
Okay.
I'll look it up at some point.
Well, then Mario throws Luigi a 9mm, and he's just starts going to town.
Oh my gosh. All right.
But yeah, dude.
All right, so we got Whiplash. We got Kings from the Secret Service. Next on this list, I don't know if this is viewed as a classic in the public eye, but I feel like this is a cult classic, and I'm a part of that cult, and that's Chef, the one with Jon Favreau. Where
Yeah.
You've seen Chef, right?
Yeah, we've seen Chef. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, this one's, oh my gosh, just him going around it. Like, every time I see that, I'm like, I need to just quit my job and get a food truck and travel the country with my son. And I don't even have a son or an ability to cook. So I don't know what I'm going to do.
Modern day Kratos arc. That's really what it is. Just, boy, make tacos with me, boy.
It's actually Cuban sandwiches, I believe, Daniel.
Yeah, no, it was Cubans, but yeah.
Yeah. I love Chef, dude.
Man,
I
I
need
want
to
a
rewatch
Cuban,
that. I think I last watched that in April. Yeah. I introduced that to my friend. Yeah. So next on these classics, this is the last one I have in this. There probably are a bunch of others you could consider classics, but I'm putting this is the last one in classics, and that's the Grand Budapest Hotel. That is like a Wes Anderson one. And I feel like any Wes Anderson installation is probably like
I don't think I've seen it.
I don't think I have either. So like I feel odd judging it. But out of those 4, it's
I
kind of
haven't
tough.
seen
We have
it.
a skewed point of view because we haven't seen 2 of these, or I haven't seen 2 of these. You haven't seen 2 as well.
Yeah.
So Whiplash, Kings of the Secret Service, Chef, and Grand Budapest Hotel. I feel like we've both seen Chef, so that automatically might have to make it the winner since we've both seen it.
Yeah, but wait, you haven't seen Kingsman, is what you're saying.
Right. I've seen Whiplash.
Really?
Yeah. I started... Well, what happened? No, what happened, Daniel? I was at a sleepover in high school, going back to high school, years ago, with like some people from choir, and they put on Interstellar, and we watched that, and my mind was like blown because it was like 2 a.m. We had just finished Interstellar, and I was like, that was the craziest movie I'd ever seen because that was the first time I'd seen it. What? That was like 2014. Wait, was that? Wait, Interstellar? It was. Okay, I'm adding that to the classics.
I think that's a classic, dude.
That might be the
I think
winner
that
now.
beats it then. I think that takes the cake. Yeah.
Okay, that's why I was watching
Well, you're the one talking about it. And I'm like, wait, what was that?
We watched Interstellar, and then it was like 2 a.m., and I was like, my mind is blown. I can't comprehend life anymore. And then I was like so ready to collapse and just go to sleep. And then they put on Kingsman, and I was like, it's 2 a.m. Like, I do not have the mental ability to like watch another movie. And so I just fell asleep. And that was the only like exposure to Kingsman I had.
You're like, no.
I'm putting Interstellar there at the top.
Yeah, agreed, dude. Agreed. Dude, the actual like scientifically accurate black hole, CGI artist like did research about how light would react. He did research,
but they had like a physicist come in to consult and like work with the CGI artist. It wasn't just the CGI artist like doing physics on his own.
No. I mean, obviously. I'm just saying, like, dude, imagine like me doing something like that. I'm like, okay, how would this work? But no, dude, it's just crazy to see how that came out. I mean, technically, I think that's the illustration for a relativistic, non-spinning black hole.
Daniel,
but
no one knows what you're talking about. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. You're smart. We get it. Okay. So Interstellar is good. Not just because of the scientific black hole, but also the story is just incredible.
Dude, it was amazing.
Yeah, sorry to bash on you there, but like you were about to go down a science rabbit hole that I personally did not want to go down.
Yeah, okay. No, it's fair. I get it. It's whatever. It's all right.
So out of the classics, we're putting Interstellar
at the top. Yeah.
All right. Next, we've got I have sci-fi / fantasy / action, and this is kind of a bigger category. So We've got
Interstellar.
no, we already have that one. So we have The Hobbit: The Battle of the Five Armies, which is the third Hobbit movie.
Yeah.
Which we said was the worst one when we reviewed it, which I still stand by. Oh my gosh, my coworker is reading The Hobbit right now, and she got 100 pages in and was like, okay, that's where the first movie ends. That's all I've seen is the first movie. And then she was like, they really shouldn't have made this a trilogy. Like, there was nothing that happened in that first 100 pages. Like, they shouldn't have, like, stretched that into 3 movies.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, the Battle of Five Armies definitely did not need to be a third movie. Okay. But yeah, The Hobbit. Any other thoughts on The Hobbit that we haven't said already when we reviewed it?
It was more Bilbo, you know?
Well, isn't this the one that, like, the dragon dies, like, immediately at the beginning of the first one?
Yeah.
Or beginning of the movie?
Yeah.
Like, it's a huge build-up.
Dragon dies, which means the mountains open, and then the dwarves go in, and then due to that, the elves think that they have a right to some of the stuff, and then the fighting armies all come together.
Then Legolas Scooby-Doo's across the collapsing platform.
Yeah.
Next, we've got Godzilla, the 2014 version, which was the one Gareth Edwards directed, who then went on to do Rogue One as his next film, and then he did The Creator. I don't think I've seen this one.
I think I have, and it was okay.
I read that Gareth Edwards, when he saw the latest Godzilla -1 movie, and he said he was jealous. Like, he appraised it and said congratulations to the filmmaker, but he was like, he was so jealous that he didn't think of setting Godzilla in, like, post-World War II, like his Godzilla movie in post-World War II, like Godzilla -1 did, because it, like, opens up so many storytelling avenues. So it's cool that he, like, recognized that. Yeah. Next, we've got the Hercules, the Rock's version.
Oh, Jesus, dude, no.
Have you seen that one?
I think I did, but dude, it's such a blur now, because I feel like it was so bad.
I didn't see it. I don't know.
Oh,
I was listening to another podcast, and they made a good point. Like, I feel like the action stars of, like, yesteryear, of old, like, all have, like, a franchise that, like, centers around them. Like, you have Tom Cruise has, like, his Mission Impossible franchise. Arnold Schwarzenegger had, like, Terminator. Sylvester Stallone had, like, the Rocky movies and, like, Rambo. But, like, The Rock doesn't have that, and it's, like, really interesting. Like, I feel like he was trying to with DC, and now he, like, doesn't, like, now he's, like, crawling back to Fast and Furious, apparently, but, like that's Vin Diesel, so it's not really his. Like, I feel like The Rock doesn't have anything, and now he's doing, like, A24 movies. Like, I don't know what The Rock's doing, man.
Yeah. I feel like if he...
I mean, he's well off. Like,
he's well off,
my
and
criticism.
he already has been made as a character with, like, his origins with, like, wrestling and all that, but it's
true. He doesn't have, like, a franchise, though.
He wanted to, he needs a franchise or something. He needs a character or some kind of concept.
I don't know if he needs one. It's just interesting that he doesn't have one.
No, can I finish?
Yeah, why are you saying he needs one? Yeah.
If he wanted to have the same kind of status as some of the others, like Schwarzenegger or Tom Cruise,
you think so?
Like, to that. I mean, he has done a lot. Like, and he's. But I don't know, maybe just the latest stuff with DC and Black Adam and all that kind of tainted.
It's like tainting, maybe like recency bias. It's like clouding our judgment. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Dwayne, please don't. No. Oh my God, Dwayne, why are you at my door? Oh my God.
If he's gonna go for anyone, it's me. I'm here in LA. Like, he's gonna come for me first.
Yeah, dude.
No, maybe he'll go for you, like, because you least expect it. Since you're
imagine when you went when you saw him in the movie theater. He's like, which one of you is Jake Saw?
I'd be like, oh, that's me.
Just like comes up to you, like grabs you by the throat and like slams you, dude.
Who doesn't have a franchise now? And I'd be like, you, because you just assaulted me in public. Anyways, speaking of popular franchises, the next one on this 2014 list that came out was Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
That was the first one, right?
I
thought the first Apes movie came out in 2012.
Well, the first of the remakes?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me see. It was Rise of the Planet of the Apes was in 2011, and then Dawn of the Planet of the Apes was 2014.
That was 1 year off. So this wasn't the first one. This was the second one.
Yes.
To where
of the remakes.
Yes, Jake, of the remakes. I know the originals were way
I'm
back
just making
when.
it clear for the audience, okay? And then the third one was War for the Planet of the Apes, which was 2017, and the newest one is coming out. I believe it's like Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes or something like that. It's coming out like this year.
I'm trying to remember what happened in the second one. Second one,
The Dawn.
isn't that when they start building like the monkey army? Maybe.
I don't know.
And the third one, they have the monkey army.
There was something with monkeys going on.
Monkey.
All right. I don't really remember much of that. That's like I said. I feel like Planet of the Apes is like an unproblematic franchise that kind of slips under my radar most of the time.
Yeah.
And I think that is a good and a bad thing. Like in a case where you're ranking the best movies, I think slipping under the radar is a bad thing. So in this case, it hurts it a little bit in my ranking. Next, we've got RoboCop, the 2014 remake. This had potential, but wasn't fantastic. Wasn't really great in my mind.
Yeah.
This was my first exposure to RoboCop because I didn't really watch the first one because I was not alive. And I was like, oh, that was okay. But like, it definitely, I remember even thinking back then, like it definitely was a movie that like, if it didn't have like the legacy and like the name of the old RoboCop attached to it, it would not be considered good at all.
No, it wouldn't be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Next, we've got Edge of Tomorrow, which is the Tom Cruise one.
I liked it visually, but like...
I think the concept was interesting. It's the one where he like gets attacked by an alien and then gets injected with its blood, and like every time he dies, he like goes back a day.
That's a good one. No, I was thinking of the other one where he's like in a white ball and he has to like... It's like a weird like prison loop thing that he's in.
Is that Minority Report? Or is that a different one?
No,
I like
a different one.
Minority Report is really good.
God, what was that one called? Either way, he's in some shit. But no, Edge of Tomorrow. That is a good one. I did like that concept and how it was done.
Yeah, I feel like though this one didn't do well because like they kept marketing it as Live, Die, Repeat. Like all the marketing on the poster said that.
Yeah.
So like no one knew that it was called Edge of Tomorrow because that was just like a bad. Like they should have named it Live, Die, Repeat. I feel like, or just marketed it differently. I don't know. The marketing was like very bad. I remember for that one. But that was good. Emily Blunt was in that one. Yeah, I remember it being a good one. Lucy is the next one I have on this list. It's one with Scarlett Johansson where she like unlocks 100% of her brain power.
Her brain
can like use the Force and stuff.
At the end, doesn't she get to like metamorphosizing like anything or whatever? Like
I don't remember.
Like all matter.
I just remember when this came out, I was like, oh, that's like, this is when I was understanding the concept of like actors doing other movies. I was like, oh, that's not. I mean, I understood that concept, but like, her seeing Scarlett Johansson, I like recognized her. Oh, this is her from Black Widow from Marvel, and now she's doing like a different project. That's interesting, and that was like the first big one that I saw that she was doing like while she was also doing Marvel, and I just thought that was like interesting.
Yeah.
And then Need for Speed, a movie, also came out that year.
Is that a sci-fi movie?
Action. It's sci-fi fantasy / action. This is the kind of the catch-all column.
Yeah.
So out of those, we got Godzilla 2014, The Hobbit, Battle of the Five Armies, Hercules, The Rock, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, RoboCop 2014, Edge of Tomorrow, Lucy, and Need for Speed. What do you think is the best out of those?
Top of the list there is Edge of Tomorrow or
Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
I didn't think Planet of the Apes would do that well, but just the rest are just not fantastic.
Or just not good. Yeah, that's the thing. That's a rip.
Yeah. I'll say Dawn of the Planet of the Apes because it went on to continue to make like a franchise that kept building, where Edge of Tomorrow just died after that.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. So I'm just gonna mark all these. I'm bolding each one that we vote.
Yeah.
All right. Next column, I've got a smaller column. It's called Tween Angst because they're like some movies that you, when you see the movies, you understand. So the first one I have on here is The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1.
Okay, yeah.
This is the Tween Angst column. So this is where they started splitting the third book into two parts. I think part 1 was okay, but I think that one actor passed away like halfway through filming, so they had to kind of pivot. And I also don't think they should have split this book into two movies. I think it was kind of a cash grab.
I didn't read those books or
what? They were
like
good.
after the first movie.
You weren't an angsty tween?
I wasn't a hungry one.
That's good, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
Next on this Tween Angst list is Divergent.
Is that the one I'm thinking of?
I think it's the one where like she takes this test and then she like gets 2 results back and she's like, oh, I'm divergent. And like, you're not supposed to be divergent or something. I don't know. I never read it or looked at it, but that's my understanding of it. Ooh, I'm angsty and tweeny and divergent. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, wait, no. I had that one girl with the... Yeah, no. Yeah.
Did you see
I don't
it?
think I saw that. No.
Oh. Okay. And then the next one after that on the Tween Angst, final one in this column is Maze Runner. That's the one with...
I know.
Did you see that one? Okay.
No.
I mean, I think I haven't seen that one either. I feel like I guess I have to give it to Hunger Games just because it was also kind of part of a... I feel like Maze Runner was good. People rave about Maze Runner. What
Raise
the heck?
Runner?
Maze Runner.
They're running all that raise.
I feel like I would give it to Maze Runner or Hunger Games Part 1. I don't think Hunger Games did well, like, ratings-wise.
I don't know, dude. Those are the types of films where I think, especially at the time, I don't know, because like we were younger then. We would have been a demographic, but I just didn't.
I still think we were a little too old for that demographic at that point. And also I think this was maybe more catered towards girls, which was fine, but
which makes sense, yeah.
Didn't really appeal to me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Maze Runner, just because it was something different.
I'll agree.
Hunger Games. All right.
Yeah.
Next, I have like a miscellaneous just palette cleanser. Into the Woods came out this year. Like, do you know Into the Woods?
I'm hold on.
Wait, really?
I'm blanking. I've heard of it.
Meryl Streep was in it.
Let me. Into the Woods.
Into the Woods. Into the Woods. It's an actual musical. My sister was in the musical.
Oh yeah, that's why I didn't see it, dude. I'm not a musical guy. You know that.
All right, well, it's a good one. It's actually, I remember I watched this on the bus to New York one time, on the bus ride back, and I suck at falling asleep during movies. I used to. I'm getting better, but like I like to watch till the end, till it's like completed. And the way Into the Woods is like set up, they like basically do like a whole movie and it feels like it's about to end, and it's like they lived happily ever, and then like a plot point from like the beginning comes back and like starts off the second half of the movie. So like I was at the half, I thought I was done, and then it was like happily ever, and then a giant stops them from finishing the sentence, and then the second half of the movie started. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I just wanted to go to sleep. Like, I cannot watch any more of this.
Yeah, no. You know what I think I've discovered about myself?
What?
From like digesting all this different type of media. And when it comes to like plays or like really musicals, I just don't like really music in my like singing like I don't know, whatever
you're not
stuff
gonna like Joker 2,
in my
then.
media, dude.
Joker 2 is a musical.
But yeah, I'm probably not gonna like it.
Well, you didn't see Joker 1 yet. See, I probably won't like it that because of that.
But it's just like, I don't know. It's just that doesn't speak to me. You know?
Gotcha.
Like, I can get if it's like maybe like a holiday thing, you know?
Really?
Like,
do you not like the Disney animated stuff?
What do you mean, like the OG stuff?
Any of the stuff, like the Little Mermaid's a
Not
musical.
really.
You don't like the Little Mermaid? What?
Nah.
What about like
The animation's amazing, but I don't sit down and watch it.
Lion King?
Lion King's good. I like Lion King.
Yeah, Lion King. We rated
But
that
Lion
as like
King,
almost the
Lion
best.
King's more peppy, so like I'm good with that.
You like sarcastic musicals? You should listen to
Yes.
You should listen
Yes.
to Book of Mormon. It's like a very funny.
Fuck.
I'm like preaching to you now.
Trying to convert me here? What's
No,
going on?
you will like this because it's the writers of South Park. They wrote a Broadway musical.
Okay,
And they
okay.
wrote this, and it's like really pretty funny. I
Okay,
think you would
see,
like
stuff
it.
like that I can get behind, but
So
like
you like
I
sarcastic
just, I don't know.
musicals. Got it.
Yeah,
But not
yeah.
like straight like musicals. Got it. I understand. But Into the Woods is
Yeah.
good. Like Chris Pine is like Prince Charming, and like we know he can sing, as in from Spider-Verse. Remember he did that holiday
Yeah.
playlist. Meryl Streep's in. It's good. But anyways, that's just a little intermission, I guess. Next, I've got comedies on here.
Oh boy.
So we've got 22 Jump Street came out this year. So that's the sequel to 21 Jump Street. We have Let's Be Cops, which was The two of the guys from New Girl. I think the concept is
they
like
they impersonate cops.
Yeah,
by
they're out
accident.
on Halloween and they have like they're going as cops, and then like as they're walking the street, someone thinks they're like actual cops and like stops doing a crime, and then they just let the power get to their head and they just like give people like tickets, and like I think they just get in over their head because like actual cops like have to like try to arrest them, and then they're like on the I don't know the concept. That's I think what it is from the trailer. There's Horrible Bosses 2, which is the one where like they all hate their bosses and try to get them arrested or like killed. Yeah. There's Tammy, which is the one with Melissa McCarthy. I don't know much about it. And then Neighbors, which is the one with Seth Rogen and Zac Efron, where like Zac Efron is he moves in next door to Seth Rogen, who's like trying to start his family, but Zac Efron is like just builds like
big party
frat house.
Yeah,
next to him. That's a good one. I think I would give it to Neighbors or 22 Jump Street.
Agreed.
I'm tempted to say Neighbors because it's a new concept. 22 Jump Street is a sequel to 21 Jump Street, but it's still really good. I think
the first one was better, so I'll give that to Neighbors. I agree to that.
I really like Neighbors. Okay. Yeah. All right. Next we've got dramas. So I haven't seen a lot of these. The Theory of Everything. That's like kind of more like a biopic with Stephen Hawking. Like Stephen Hawking is a kind of biopic. What?
You can't say dude, you've seen all these Stephen Hawking memes, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you do.
I seriously don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean?
I don't know what.
So you know Epstein?
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, let's not get into that. I see the beginning of those videos and I scroll past it because I was just like, I don't want to look at this. So yeah, Theory of Everything. That's with the guy from Fantastic Beasts, Eddie or whatever his name. I don't know.
Yeah.
He plays Stephen Hawking. I think he did a good job. I think I remember seeing that. We've got The Imitation Game, which I think is Benedict Cumberbatch. I don't know what that one's about. Have you seen that one?
No, I haven't even heard of that.
It's during World War II. The English mathematical genius Alan Turing tries to crack the German Enigma code.
Yeah.
Wait.
The Turing machine. So they.
Is it good? I haven't seen it.
I've seen bits of it, but from what I've seen, it's really good because it's funny because, well, not funny, but like it's interesting to watch because it's like he's fighting with obviously like the Germans, right? Like that's the whole kind of thing. Not literally.
90% on Rotten Tomatoes.
They're trying to crack the code, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're having the traditional code breakers try to get their way, but then he's doing his thing with his machine, but he's having to fight with his own government and stuff like that because he's about to lose funding and all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
so
interesting.
It's like this
like
logical thing. Push and back and forth about like, hey, I can do it,
right.
But like nobody else is having that faith that after so long that he can actually do it. Yeah,
that's cool.
Until he finally does. So
interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Next is Unbroken, which is it's based on the 2010 nonfiction book. Blah blah blah. Oh, it's another World War II story of survival, resilience, and redemption. And I think it's like this track athlete like gets drafted and then like gets captured. I think. And like it's about him like his spirit not being able to be broken no matter what like the enemies try. I've heard it's pretty good. Yeah. The trailer. It had a lot of hype around it when it came out. Oh, maybe it's not pretty good. 51% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Don't remember seeing it. I was going to give it to like an era piece one. I'd give it to the Turing one.
Well, there's another one. We've got Birdman, which I've seen part of because we talked about it in my film class. But this is with Michael Keaton. So
is that a wartime one?
What?
Is that what is this group again?
This is called Dramas.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying just between like those two.
Oh, the war
like
ones.
Old war ones, yeah.
Gotcha. Well, in Birdman, Regan Thompson is a faded actor famous for playing a superhero named Birdman in a film trilogy. He is tormented by the mocking and critical internal voice of his past self as Birdman and frequently visualizes himself performing feats of levitation and telekinesis. It's like kind of an interesting, like weird one, but Zach Galifianakis is in it. Emma Stone's in it. I think this is one that like it like barely cuts. Like I think they do a lot of hidden cuts and like almost the entire movie I think is filmed as like a oneer, I think.
Dang.
Yeah, originally conceived the film as comedy filmed in a single shot set in a theater. And it's like just technically very impressive. I think what they did with it. I need to actually watch that because I haven't seen the whole thing. All right, but The Theory of Everything, The Imitation Game, Unbroken, or Birdman. I would say either The Imitation Game or Birdman. I think you want to give it to Imitation Game probably, and I'd be okay giving it to that out of these four.
Why?
So what do you want to give the best drama of 2014 out of that category?
What was The Imitation Game?
That's the one you just went on a huge rant about. Benedict Cumberbatch breaking the code.
That's what it was called.
Gosh.
No, I thought it was called the Turing something. Yeah.
What is
I see the visuals of terrible names, you know that. So it's just like, yeah.
But so you want to give it to Imitation Game?
Imitation Game, yeah.
Okay, 100%. I'm happy with that since I haven't really seen the other ones besides Theory of Everything. All right, next is another short category. It's just two. But
I feel like people are going to be saying Birdman, but...
Yeah. In crime/thriller, we have Nightcrawler, which is one that is like Jake Gyllenhaal. He's like a journalist, or he's kind of like has a couple screws loose, but he's like a journalist. What?
I thought you meant there's like an actual like X-Men Nightcrawler movie.
No,
I was like, what the fuck? When did that happen?
No, I think Jake Gyllenhaal, like, he's a journalist and he's trying to break into like the field, but he's not having any luck until he accidentally like stumbles. He's like, he just happens to be right place, right time, and like a crime happens like in front of him. So he's like the first one to get the footage and like the only one to get it by the time the other reporters get there, like the crime is done and like gone. So he gets like a ton of money for this one project, and he gets like kind of high on that feeling, and now he goes and like actively like looks for crimes, and I think even starts like initiating some things. So he can be the first on the scene. It's just him like kind of devolving. So it's a pretty good one. And the next one, Google has sorted this here under crime/thriller. It's Muppets Most Wanted. In the same category as Nightcrawler, we have Muppets Most Wanted. Which is let me give the synopsis because I know Kyle wanted me to. Also, she loves this one. I told her this one came out 10 years ago, and she was like, "What?" So, the Muppets, along with Walter as their new member, find themselves at a loss of what to do until Dominic Bad Guy suggests the Muppets go on a European tour with him as their tour manager. As the Muppets begin the tour, a criminal mastermind named Constantine, a near exact double for Kermit. That's the meme where it's Kermit versus Kermit in like
evil Kermit.
Evil.
Oh like, my god!
So Constantine, near exact double for Kermit in appearance, escapes from a Siberian gulag.
Oh, I thought, damn it, dude!
Siberian gulag, and joins his subordinate Dominic to begin a plot to steal the crown jewels of the United Kingdom. Once the Muppets arrive in Berlin, Germany, Dominic ensures them a show at a prestigious venue. Frustrated with the group's incessant requests and Miss Piggy's insistence they marry, Kermit goes for a walk at Dominic's suggestion. Constantine ambushes him and glues a fake mole onto his cheek before slipping away. Mistaken for Constantine, Kermit is sent to the gulag. Taking Kermit's place, Constantine blunders in imitating him are covered by Dominic. However, Animal knows the truth. At the Berlin performance opens with Constantine, who has a bad case of stage fright, freezing at the audience. Scooter has to introduce the show for him. Constantine and Dominic steal paintings from a museum while the Muppets perform. The next morning, Interpol agent Jean-Pierre Napoleon and CIA agent Sam the Eagle grudgingly team up to apprehend the culprit, whom Napoleon believes to be his nemesis, the Lemur, the number 2 criminal. Oh my gosh, this goes on for a while. But yeah. That
sounds like a roller coaster, dude.
I think we have to give that number 1.
It gives it number 1, yeah.
All right.
100%, dude. And for the meme factor, dude. Like, there's just the...
Constantine. Yeah, it has, like, transcended culture, like, beyond just the movie. That's used all the time. All right, next category, which I guess is more of a medium, but we have animation.
Yeah.
So, we have...
baby, this is what I've been waiting for.
Pixar did not have a movie come out this year.
Really?
Yeah. So we had How to Train Your Dragon 2. That came out this year. We had Mr. Peabody and Sherman. We had Big Hero 6. I think that's a good one.
That's going to be potentially top.
And then we've got the Lego Movie. Another fantastic one. Penguins of Madagascar. They had that movie come out. Rio 2 and The Box Trolls. I personally think it's between How to Train Your Dragon 2, Big Hero 6, and the Lego Movie.
Yeah, that's tough. I'm giving it to Lego.
Me too.
Just because it did animation so differently, and it it was just so well done. I mean, especially for that time with how realistic they were finally pushing things with the
the scratches and like imperfections in the Lego pieces.
Yeah,
just beautiful.
And just the techniques with the camera work that they're doing digitally to make it mimic and feel like it was
like filmed, like stop motion,
Lego stop motion.
Yeah.
Like
I completely agree.
Pushed the borders really between of like, is this CGI?
Yeah.
Or is it like
I need to, and also this. I mean, one thing that might detract points from this, I feel like this is where Chris Pratt began his reign of terror over the voice acting world. But this one, I wasn't like turned off to it because I thought he was perfect for that role.
Yeah, and also I prefer this Lego Movie much over the Lego Movie 2. Lego Movie 2 was good, but it was not great.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say Lego Batman movie. I was like, I like the Lego Batman movie.
No, Lego Batman movie's good. I like the sarcastic like slap humor in that. Yeah. So I think it's pretty good.
I also have a soft spot in my heart for this one because when I first moved out to California in 2020 to intern for Comedies, the reason I interned at the company I interned for, Rideback, is because I saw their name in the credits for the Lego Movie, and I reached out to them. I was like, hey, like you've worked on some movies I like the Lego Movie, blah, blah, blah. And then they gave me an internship. So like it was so cool. Like their offices had like tons of Legos like all around that you could like build or like leave messages for your fellow coworkers. They also, it was cool. I don't want to give away too many trade secrets, but yeah. And then the final few movies I have on here were kind of like probably could have fit into other places, but like I felt like these were like very 2014 movies. Like they came out in 2014. When I think of them, I'm like, yes, that definitely came out in 2014. And I haven't really thought of them since. So we have Maleficent. That's one with Angelina Jolie, where it's like a story of, I know, like
I've seen it, but it's
Sleeping Beauty, but different. Was there a Maleficent 2?
Cinderella.
Oh yeah, there was Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. I think Maleficent, like, dude,
it's so weird seeing her as a protagonist. That's what. That's.
I kind of do like the idea of like villains being protagonists when it's done right, but I don't remember if this one was done right or not. Like I would need to give it a rewatch. Mm-hmm. This is showing me some movies I should rewatch this year.
Yeah, agreed.
The next one is Dracula Untold. That's the one with Luke Evans, who he played Gaston in the live action Beauty and the Beast remake.
Yeah.
But he plays like Dracula. To just another story of Dracula. I don't know, what did this one get on like Rotten Tomatoes?
It's funny because I did a tier list with some friends literally yesterday.
Yeah.
About we're just doing different ones, and we got the category of vampires. We realized you either love vampires or you hate them. Like really? That's how the tier list was.
What are you?
Well, no. It's like for example, you get ones like ones. Yeah, so you get like Nosferatu, S tier. You get like Marceline, the Vampire Queen from Adventure Time, S tier. Oh. You get Edward from the Twilight series, F. You know, you get Count Chocula. Okay, he's like a C, sure, but like
no, just kidding.
But like most of them were like either S or F. Dude,
it was crazy. Vampires. What would you say Dracula is?
It depends on which variation of them.
Just Dracula all encompassing.
S.
Okay.
Because he's like the definitive vampire.
What about Adam Sandler's Dracula in Hotel Transylvania?
That would be...
Blah, blah, blah. I'd say B. He's a good dad.
Yeah, either B or C. It has to be above the Edward, though. Like...
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'd have to give him that.
All right.
Yeah.
Next on this very 2014 movies, I have The Fault in Our Stars.
I keep on hearing about this, have not seen it.
I haven't seen it either. It's like a romance one. I think like one of the Green brothers wrote it. John Green. You know how Hank and John Green, I think John Green wrote the book, and then it took off like wildfire, and then they did a movie about it. Oh. And then I haven't heard anything like since then. I feel like that if this is the category of very 2014 movies, I honestly think that would win. Because it kind of like caught wildfire, and then in my opinion, I haven't heard much about it. But maybe I'm just out of those circles. All right. So
are you saying you give that one like the one for the whole year?
What? No. Just like in this small category of like very 2014 movies, as in movies that like kind of
More
came
for
to
that,
be
yeah.
and then died off in 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
I
so that was the
understand,
last category I had. Were there any other ones that we might be missing?
About that, I think we almost missed
Leave a
Interstellar,
comment.
apparently.
I know. All right, so let's go through all of our winners. Well, final verdict. Do you think 2014 was a good year of movies?
Oh, dude, it was an amazing year.
Yeah.
Amazing year.
Yeah, there were some good ones.
I think the thing was, though, there's so many movies in that year that it was tough to catch everything. I mean, hell, there's like, I feel like there's so many that we listed off that we still haven't watched.
True. Also, this was like one of the last years where we weren't able to drive. Like starting in like 2016 is when we were able to drive and we could actually go see movies like ourselves. Like we couldn't do that at this point. We were kind of at the whim and
back
mercy
in
of our
this
parents.
day,
And there wasn't streaming.
There was no streaming services.
Back in my day.
We had
so
DVDs.
crazy. That was
And we just started getting Blu-ray.
Yeah. All right.
That's so
let's
weird.
go through the winners of each one and determine what the best movie of 2014 was in our opinion. So we have Guardians of the Galaxy, Interstellar, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Maze Runner, Neighbors, The Imitation Game, which is the Benedict Cumberbatch one, World War II.
Yeah.
Muppets Most Wanted, The Lego Movie, and The Fault in Our Stars.
Oh.
I think let's talk about ones we can get rid of. I think we can get rid of The Fault in Our Stars,
Yeah.
Neighbors,
Agreed.
Maze Runner,
Agreed.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Agreed.
So we're
Okay,
left
we're good.
with Guardians, Interstellar,
Guardians, Interstellar,
The Imitation
Lego.
Game, Muppets Most Wanted, Lego, and that's it. I think we could also get rid of Imitation Game. I think.
Yeah,
I think it's
a
good.
good film, but
but-
I don't think it stacks up to the
Right.
quality of the other ones. Or like,
No, I think it's
impact,
fantastic.
should say.
I haven't seen it, so I'm personally just not okay voting for it.
Yeah.
I think we have to get rid of Muppets Most Wanted, which I know will make my sister very mad.
But no.
No, you
Wait,
don't
get
want to get
rid
rid
of
of
it?
it? Yeah.
Oh no, I thought you said give it to. I'm
No.
like, no.
I thought you were fighting for Muppets Most Wanted. No, I think we have to get rid
No.
of
I think I haven't seen it, but again, what we've been saying about like the
synopsis,
memes and like
Constantine,
the synopsis
cultural
of it. Yeah.
impact. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, we now have between Guardians of the Galaxy, Interstellar, and the Lego Movie. I think we should get rid of Guardians next. I think it has to be between Interstellar and Lego Movie. But those are both
concur.
fantastic. It's hard.
I
Okay.
concur. It's tough, dude.
So
but-
between Interstellar and the Lego Movie, and I actually don't know what to do.
Because they're both so strong in their own, they're powerhouses.
And they're different. Yeah.
They're heavyweights.
They're
in
the
their own-
mitochondria of their film genres.
Yeah. Because both have such a like everlasting, imprint on film.
And also, the Lego Movie led to Spider-Verse, because that was Lord and Miller. Like,
Yeah.
without the Lego Movie, we would not have Spider-Verse. It's interesting because now we can factor in like the future that it led for all of this.
Yeah.
I think this was Christopher Nolan's peak though, was Interstellar. And this Inception, Interstellar,
Yeah.
Dark Knight era was like peak Nolan.
Agreed, dude. So it's like we gotta get like nitpicky here.
Wait, that's crazy. No, that was 6 years, I think. It was so Inception came out 2010, 2012 was
Yeah.
The Dark Knight, then 2014 was Interstellar. I think that was Nolan's 3 best films in my opinion, were those right there.
Agreed.
And then the Lego Movie. Oh my gosh. I think we need to watch both of these and like determine.
Yeah, honestly, maybe this might be the first time that we have like them at the same level, dude.
If we had to, like, gun to my head though, what would I choose? If you were like, you have to choose a movie.
Oh my god, why didn't I just skip Burnley?
And Daniel just became a ghost.
Yeah,
Maybe that's a sign.
the sun came out from the clouds, and I just
Okay.
it's the
Lego
light
movie,
from the black hole. Murph.
Lego Movie or Interstellar? Both are fantastic. I feel like Lego Movie was more innovative, but I think Interstellar was a slightly better movie. I think but I'm also like, again, I'm trying to think back to my palette back then. I think my palette now leans towards Interstellar.
Yeah,
and my
but
palette
it's-
back then would have led towards the Lego Movie. What's your thought process? What are you thinking?
Because, well, I mean, you know me, I'm usually biased, like, heavily to like,
animation?
one or the other. So it's just like, well, no, I mean, yeah, but, like, that's another thing, too. But it's just like...
Oh, dude, but the score in Interstellar...
Yeah,
You haven't
dude.
thought... I didn't even think about that. And, like, the fact
I
you that
was.
cornfield... I'm leaning towards Interstellar. I think my vote is Interstellar by a hair. I still cannot sing high enough praises for Lego Movie.
Dude, I don't know if I can. I don't know if logically I can't put one
All right,
above the other.
then I guess. Well, then you're saying tie. I'm gonna give it to Interstellar. So I guess we're gonna be okay. We're gonna give it the edge to Interstellar. If you're okay, like just with that thought process, not with the fact, because I know you can't give an edge.
I get your thought process, and I can respect it.
Giving that.
I'm saying for me, it's just I don't know if I can, and that's okay. I usually, again, like you know me, like with my ranking system, that'd be like an 8.9. Like these are both top tier, dude.
Yeah.
So it's just like, dang.
I'm gonna say Interstellar.
Yeah, I gotta keep it true.
I know that's good, but like I love Lego Movie. Maybe we should do an episode later this year where we like compare both. Those are such interesting ones to compare too because they're so drastically different.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So please, everyone, leave a comment what movies we forgot. Yeah, we'll get to them.
Forgot your favorite movie? Yell at us. Let us know.
I'm so glad we didn't forget Interstellar.
It's so funny too, just the way you were talking about it. Like, yeah, we were watching that one movie, Interstellar, you know, and then I'm like, when did that come out?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it came out this year.
All right. You ready for Patron shoutouts?
Yeah, hit me with them.
Cue the Epic Stars Music, Pushka, Bitchin, Lori, Frank, Rick, Lisa, Evan, Tony. Thank you so much for pledging the tier. Thank you for the shout out. And thank you to supporters over on Patreon. Thank you to the description. You get the audio episode early, special benefits, cool perks, all that jazz, and more. Thank you seriously, sincerely to our Patreon supporters. Are you ready for cool comments?
Yeah, what we got this time?
So on our TikTok, where we were ranking upcoming movies, our anticipation for them on the hypometer, we talked about Madam Web, and Matthew commented, "I'm glad they're actually doing something with Spider-Man/woman characters instead of villains, but it just looks so bad." And you know, that's a good point. Like, at least they're doing something with the characters finally, because Sony's had the rights forever.
Yeah, dude.
And now they're doing something. Yeah. Oh well.
And the comics side of that, I'm happy with the new Hickman run, dude. From what I've seen of it. Oh, it's looking so good. So did you look into that at all since
no, I was at work.
Told you about it?
And then I came home and gamed, and then woke up and did this.
Fair. Dude, it's so good. It's so good. It's just like, it feels like he's back. Like he's back in this new universe, dude. Literally, dude. It's cool. Like, I've been seeing all these like TikTok edits of it, or like you know, like in the comics where like you slide and you're like reading it. But it's like the music they always have with it now is just like he's cooking, you know. It's like something where it's just like epic, or like it's like expository or expository. Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Daniel didn't make it one episode in 2024 without messing up. I also messed up. I said Ray's Munner or something like that earlier.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the podcast if we weren't goofing off. Silly little gooses.
Yeah.
All right. My silly little goose friend. You ready for the introduction?
Honk. Tell me when.
When?
We just talked about what we want to talk about. Now we're done.
Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. We really appreciate it. We will see you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.